In the 1970s, we had an area of ice in the summer on the Arctic Ocean that was approximately the size of the lower 48 states of the United States of America minus Arizona. In 2007, we had lost all the ice east of the Mississippi.
In looking at the situation, one needs to be very comprehensive in thinking about solutions, and I would argue looking to nature's infrastructure first, because it will be there into the future.
Models project that the Southern Ocean water from top to bottom will be corrosive to that mineral, calcium carbonate, by the end of this century, and could be as early as 2050.
Water resources are very important when we consider adaptation to climate change, but water resources can also be part of the mitigation of CO2 emissions.
Marine organisms often produce little larvae that then swim or float or disperse through the oceans. And often these are more sensitive to stresses like higher CO2 or lower pH.
People who live on the coast have had to be adaptable. If you make your living from the sea, it's an uncertain production environment. And so there's a certain amount of adaptability built into many coastal and fishing communities.
It is really intriguing to see how countries as diverse as the Maldives, all the way through to Miami, are really thinking that these aren't so far-fetched and that we could find ourselves in a beautiful way living on a floating, wonderful ecosystem anchored just offshore to where we once used to live.
Flooding villages, trouble finding food and so on. And of course, the only thing one can think of in that circumstance is that people will have to move.
Hurricanes pick up their energy from the ocean. All the heat in the surface part of the ocean is what makes hurricanes work. It's what drives them, and it's how they increase in intensity.
Everybody who's in a position in government or industry to do something about climate change to help save us, they know exactly what is going to happen. It's not lack of knowledge anymore.
I'm a big fan of direct action. I prefer it to be polite and non-violent. But it's really something that's got to come from the people.